Hello, Peter Land here. So, it's the 8th of January, and you might feel like giving up already. You might have your New Year's resolution sorted, and you're like, right, but then it's cold outside, everyone's tired, it's just the way it goes. I had that, I had flu last week, and I felt dreadful, and I nearly gave up on everything. I nearly gave up on BKS, I nearly gave up on everything. I just wanted to go to bed, and that was it. This week, it's totally different. And something Claire said to me this morning, she's one of the ladies who comes along to my group sessions in the park. And there was something she said to me this morning which I just could totally relate to. Okay, and she said she felt tired. She felt like she'd lost some strength over Christmas and lost some fitness and all of that sort of stuff. She'd been doing lots and lots of training because we had a challenge on over Christmas, so she did 31 days in a row, and it made her feel great. However, she was still feeling demotivated in January, because most people do, right? So what she did was, rather than focusing on feeling demotivated, rather than focusing on what has to come, she had to look back on how far she's come. She started with us in May, and she had to look back through the BKS page, which is where this video is on, by the way. So if you want to go back and have a look through it and see how people get on, have a look. But she went back through this Facebook page and had a look at how far she'd come. So she was feeling demotivated now, but she had a look at where she was 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago even, and she's come a really long way. So rather than focusing on, right, this is what I feel like now, my God, it's bad, everything's over, I'm just going to give up. Rather than focusing on that, which is the easy thing to do, and that's why most people do it, she had to look back on how far she's come, and she's like, actually, this is me not feeling my best, and I'm better than I was 6 months ago. And I'm not when I was at my best. So if you look back on how far you've come, it doesn't matter how far you've got to go. That doesn't matter. That's in the future. You can't predict that. But as long as you follow the plan, you'll get it anyway. So if you just look back at how far you've come, especially at this time of year, which feels hard because everyone's like got this new beginning and everything's in the future. Right, it's January. Everything's going to happen from now on. You know, we're 8 days in and people are already getting tired. So instead of focusing on what's going to happen for the rest of this year, focus on what you've achieved last year and how you're going to bring that forward into this year. This is exactly what Claire's done, and it made her feel much better this morning. It made me feel better talking to her about that this morning, because it makes sense to me, and I struggle with this sort of stuff all the time, but I just keep focusing on where I'm at right now compared to where I used to be, which is way ahead of where I used to be. So I don't focus about where I'm going to be in 6 months, a year's time, because I don't know. But I know I've got a plan to follow to try and get me to keep moving ahead. And as long as I follow it, I'll be fine. But I've got to stick to it. And if I lose the motivation to stick to that, then everything just falls apart and I give up. But I don't want to do that. So, just something for you to think about if you're feeling a bit down because it's January. Don't worry about it. Everyone feels the same, usually. So you're not on your own. Keep going.